See, we live in echo chambers. I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. Because most of us can't see ourselves in people, so then we try and fit ourselves into the boxes that we do see. Today, I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. So that process of self-excavation and actualization first requires being exposed. You can't be what you can't see. And then the third step is going yes or no. Does that work for me?
Maybe rethinking your five senses and how real they are. Do we see an independent reality, or is what we're seeing something our
Now, what is
brains
our
are
personality?
constructing because we need to predict?
Our personality is what we call our image, our image of ourselves, and also our thought about ourselves, our idea of ourselves.
Or smell, or taste, or touch what we're seeing.
There are not all my unconscious processes, both psychological and physical,
He is a world
and therefore that concept is a fraud.
Specializes in both biology and psychology. He's the
What happens when you, if I were to say to you, now look hard at the television screen, really look at it.
Creative agency.
What do you do, as distinct from just watching it in the ordinary way, when you say, now I really got to see that? What do you do? Notice that you tighten muscles all around here, that you frown a little. You clench your teeth, perhaps. Now, what has that got to do with seeing anything clearly? It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Same thing when you listen carefully. Now, listen. Catch everything that's said when you start tightening up around your ears. That has nothing to do with hearing clearly. Now, from the moment we were little children, when teachers in class screamed at us, "Pay attention," we go tight in various ways. Either to see or hear more clearly, to concentrate, or to will something which is supposed to be difficult to do.
We hate uncertainty, right? We evolved to take what is unknown
and that constitutes a habitual tension over the whole body that's there almost all the time. And that feeling of unnecessary tension is, as it were, the material sensation upon which we fasten this concept of I.
And instead of telling you,
You're asking us to give up the ego.
Our greatest desire. So we're all going to stand up.
Because the ego doesn't exist.
And we're going to conduct a piece of music.
Because you don't really exist as that kind of a separate ego or personality. It's just an idea based on a phony feeling.
Can you feel it?
You're breathing.
Right?
The wind is blowing. The trees are waving.
You can sit down.
Your blood is circulating. Your nerves are tingling. It's all going on of itself.
Right? All the information, I'm going to show you that all the information that falls
Outside world,
into your ears
no longer left outside.
Meaningless. It's useful, but it's not meaningful. It doesn't come with instructions. It doesn't tell you what to do. So we evolved to predict. And so in the next slide, you can see that here your brain is predicting the colors of this cube. And you see a dark brown tile.
I kept receiving the same message again and again and again, that my identity was an obstacle I had to overcome.
That's your physical reality. And now if we change the slide again, that's your perceptual reality. Nothing's changing.
But because who we see thriving in the world teaches us how to see ourselves.
You're seeing the historical significance of data, not the data.
In my career, I have witnessed the power our voices have when they can access presence in the culture.
Your brain is the functional structure of your brain is a physical manifestation of your past interactions with the world, and not just your history,
entertainment, in politics, in business, in social change.
Even there, okay? And
we cannot deny it. Presence creates possibility.
Then it means you can actually change what you see by changing your biases. So if we start this in motion, you'll see that your brain is.
I couldn't change what a system believed about me while I believed what the system believed about me. it is possible to be the person who genuinely wants to see change, while also being the person whose actions keep things the way they are. Change will come when each of us has the courage to question our own fundamental values and beliefs, and then see to it that our actions lead to our best intentions.
So the thing that is loud and far away can generate the exact same stimulus as something that's quiet and up close.
Who have been told that in order to fulfill my dreams, in order to contribute my talents to the world, I have to resist the truth of who I am.
I think we're finished with the introduction.
I, for one, am ready to stop
I hope you will
resisting.
know less at the end of all of our conversations than you know now.
My identity is not my
Understand more,
obstacle.
So thank you very much. Yeah.
My identity is my superpower. Because the truth is,
Thank you, Bo. I'm worried about the
I am
circle.
what the
know
world
it's just
looks
a
like.
circle, but it looked like
You
it was in danger.
are what the world looks like. Collectively, we are what the world actually looks like.
People can be tricked into thinking that they're seeing something that they're not, actually. Tell me what your reactions are to that and how your own philosophies on this whole thing differ or align.
So, I think
essentially, everybody and everything is part of and full of consciousness.
And we tend to think of illusions as exploiting.
We've largely given up on the idea of a higher
quirk
consciousness in our
in
modern
how we
world
see
view.
that if we could now fix it, you know, things would be.
What
better,
if, though,
we see the world more accurately as it is.
Mind, matter,
I
and
think
space
maybe
were
you
all
were
full of
making this point,
consciousness?
But what all the sorts of things you were demonstrating to me show is not that.
I believe we
these
should
are
be trying to
quirks in the visual
validate
system. This is
a
how
worldview which gives
all
us
of our
fulfillment
perception
and
is
hope for the
all
future.
the time. And it's this
Not just
this
as
kind of
individuals,
flip
but as a
where
society.
It's intuitive to think that, you know, perception is some kind of readout.
The only
of
difference
external
is that one can be
reality,
sensed and the other
eyes
can't.
are windows out onto the world, and we read
But
it
we
out
can
sometimes
only
we
experience
don't.
consciousness
But
internally.
really,
We must
perception
find
is
it
not
within
coming
ourselves.
From the outside in, it's coming from the inside out, always and all the time. It's this kind of neuronal fantasy that is
somehow,
tied in
within each
some
of our
way
brains, the
to
combined
whatever is
activity
out
of
there.
many billions of neurons, each
And
one
it's
a
the
tiny
process of
biological
understanding
machine, is generating a conscious experience. And not just any conscious experience, your conscious experience right here and right now. How does this
So
happen?
you believe that there is an independent reality, but it is influenced by what you
Because
yourself
consciousness
are
for each of us
processing with
is
your
all
own
there is.
senses and your own experience?
Yeah, I think there probably is something.
For most of us, the experience of being a person is so familiar, so unified, and so continuous that it's difficult not to take it for granted.
But the way we experience.
There's the experience of having a body and of being a body. There are experiences of perceiving the world from a first-person point of view. There are experiences of intending to do things and of being the cause of things that happen in the world. And there are experiences of being a continuous and distinctive person over time, built from a rich set of memories and social interactions. The brain makes its best guess about what is and what is not,